Plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Prince in at the 3 spot. To the paint, here's Lopez, and the dunk by Lopez.
Lopez at that size has no trouble throwing it down.
Now Cunningham. Duran with the screen on Jackson. Here's Cunningham. Pass to Stewart. Back to Cunningham. Stewart with the screen on Jackson. Just 4 to shoot. And Cunningham with the slam.
And Cade getting up that time.
Got a piece of it. Lillard outside. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Giannis against Stewart.
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Jackson passes to Lopez. And it's blocked. Jackson against Cunningham. Thompson outside. Back to Cunningham. Stolen by Jackson. The kick out to Lopez. Pass to Jackson. Back to Lopez. Here's Antetokounmpo. Duran pulls it in.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Duran pulls it in. The Pistons have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate the report.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to get.
There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
And the shot goes down.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Brent, something the Detroit Pistons unit does so well is push the pace in their game.
Yeah, you love to lean into young players and that vibrant athleticism, but you also have to understand that playing fast comes with quick decision making, and sometimes always go hand in hand. The experience that these guys will have in their growth together and how soon it is that they realize they can help each other, that's going to push them places faster and further than they even realize.
Lillard throws it down.
Yeah, not something you want to do. You let Lillard drive all the way to the rack, and he will throw it down.
Cunningham drives in, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Cunningham's got 6 points.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. Bucks trail by 7. Antetokounmpo up top, guarded by Stewart. Giannis kicks to Lillard. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Thompson. Lillard outside. Milwaukee the rebound. Pistons leading by 7. Pass to Cunningham. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 9 points in the game so far.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Durham. Five seconds left to play in the first. Three-pointer, Lillard. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for the Pistons. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Pistons.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second, the post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Jackson is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Prince in its small forward. And it's good, 2 points.
And how about Cade just pushing through that time to finish it off?
Brent, we talk about guys on the brink of stardom. Cade Cunningham is right there.
Yeah, the two areas you love to see Cade improve on is just taking better shots and making plays for others. He has that instinctually, Kevin, as a point guard at his size. But as his team grows, the appreciation for what Cade Cunningham can do on the floor, that will grow too.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Powers through inside. Giannis.
And I like that. Giannis slowing down just a little bit, in control there.
Cunningham outside. And Cunningham with the slam.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Jackson passes to Lillard. From deep three-point land, drills the three-pointer. Lillard's got 7.
Yeah, keep thinking that he can't shoot it from there, and he'll prove you wrong. Lillard lofts one of those high-arching bombs.
And stolen by Lillard. Here's Giannis. It's hauled in by Stewart.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
So fast of foot, on the run, a sear, tough to catch.
Bucks trail by 8. Lillard looking around. And it's off from three-point range. The Pistons have gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. Duran finds Cunningham. There's the lob to Duran. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Pass to Prince from deep three-point land. Prince with a screen on Thompson. Three-pointer, Lillard. Rebound, Detroit.
Well, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. It must be...
And when it comes to getting up and down the floor, Thompson has few peers.
Lillard dishes to Giannis. Got a piece of it. And here comes Detroit again with the fast break. Ivy, no one around him. No good on the triple. Bucks trail by 12. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Obviously, the Pistons in the midst of a long rebuild. 2 seasons in a row at the bottom of the league standings. Last season, they had the worst record in this once proud franchise's history. That counts the record-setting 28-game losing streak that they had. It's pretty clear that this could be a long road back to redemption. Kevin?
Good is the operative word. This could be indeed. David, thank you.
What I appreciated about Thompson is his recognition. He knows when to force the issue and when to pull back.
Both shots good from the stripe. Stolen by Thompson. He takes it in, leaps for it. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Tried to show off just a little bit there, but ultimately didn't work out. You know, he's going to get a few stares from his coaching staff and probably his teammates in the next huddle.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Pass to Ivy. Stewart, a screen for Ivy. The kick out to Cunningham. Thompson, a screen on Jackson. Cunningham passes to Ivy. 5 on the clock. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Bucks trail by 12. And the basket by Lillard.
Aggressive and incredibly quick end-to-end. Lillard is always a threat on the fast break.
Cunningham drives in. Thompson outside. Driving the lane. Rebound, Milwaukee. Giannis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Three-pointer, Lillard. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Detroit Pistons with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're playing a cruising game inside, and it's working for them. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the... Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
We've got Beasley, Paul Reed out there with Harris. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. and it's Schroeder in at the 1. That's the group for Detroit right now. Hardaway kicks to Beasley. That drops and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. And the Pistons lead by 12. Brent, would you say the point guard is considered the toughest position to play in basketball?
You know, Kevin, I think there's been a massive shift in what the point guard represents in the NBA game. I mean, how many teams over the past couple of years that have won championships and played with a traditional setup guard? What we're looking at is duos that can dribble, pass, and shoot and devastate defenses.
Hardaway from outside, nailed from three-point land. Hardaway has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. There's a good screen. Here's Porter. Here's Sims. Oh, that's blocked. Outside Hardaway. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. It's good.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
And Porter, here we go. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Love the show of tenacity on the drive. Porter Jr. just forcing the defender's hand.
The Bucks shooting their first free throws of the game. And so he makes both from the line. Pistons leading by 15. Pass to Hardaway. Reed a screen. Kicks it out to Schroeder. That 3 off the mark.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. No good from Beasley. Bucks trail by 15. It's tipped. Reed with the steal. Stolen. Here's Sims. It's deflected. It's stolen by Green. Trent against Hardaway. Trent outside. There's the triple. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And Beasley has the ball here for Detroit. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Beasley sets a screen for Hardaway. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Hardaway has got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, so some operation right there out of the pick and roll, and Hardaway Jr. making a smart decision in that set.
From deep, Trent. Offensive rebound, Bucks. Porter finds Green.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Hardaway against Trent. Clock at 6. Porter sets the pick for Trent. And he drives in. Misses from short range. Pistons leading by 17. Harris, right side. Harris setting the pick for Beasley. Out to Harris. Pass to Reed. Back to Harris. Now Reed from downtown. Porter pulls it in. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. And Portis throws it down.
Yeah, and Portis needs to be pushed away from the rim. That's too easy.
Here's Schroeder. Beasley with a clean look. Sinks the three-pointer. He has 5.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
And he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout. You know, there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
Portis for 3. And it's Reed pulling it down. Pistons leading by 15. Here's Harris. Kicks it out to Beasley. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Driving to the basket. What a terrific move that was. Beasley's got 7 points.
And the agility on Beasley's drive, really tough for the defense to deal with.
Here's Sims. Green dishes to Sims. From deep, Trent. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Ringing the bell.
And so it's Detroit with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the 4th quarter. Gary Trent is out there with Porter. And it's Green.
Oh, yes, sir.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Trent passes to Green. Back to Trent. Green kicks to Porter. Green with a screen on Cunningham. Here's Porter. Drains the 19-footer.
Poetry in motion. Porter with a beautiful stroke rising up there from mid-range.
And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
A new lineup here for the Bucks.
Substitution on the floor.
Lillard from deep three-point land. Good, and a nice assist from Prince. Prince has got 3 assists in the game. Here's Thompson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Taurean Prince.
Clever move by the young guy. Thompson sticks with the shot and gets fouled.
And so Thompson nails both of them. Bucks trail by 17. The wide open look here for Lopez. Offensive rebound. I got him. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Tries again. Can't hit from in close. Pistons have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Here's Stewart. Knocks down the 3-ball. Stewart's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, good sign here as Stewart showing he has the range to step back and do that.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Detroit on D. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. Lillard, the pass to Prince. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Prince has got his first basket.
Nice job running the screen and roll with some patience there as Prince had great timing.
And Thompson kicks to Ivy. And he finishes nicely on the layup. 7 points for Jaden Ivey.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard him and where your point of commitment is.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped. He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
And everybody out of the way. I mean, clear the lane. We've got some rims to wrap.
What a sensational play to get to the rack for the slam. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Just flat-out playmaking from Cade. This is why he was picked first overall.
And Lillard kicks to Jackson. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out of it.
And Cunningham with the slam.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad. Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Pass to Stewart. Here's Ivy. And slam dunk by Ivy.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Detroit.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Cade Cunningham.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Rebound, Detroit. Lopez with the steal. Pass to Lillard. Puts up a deep three. And the dunk by Jackson. And the Pistons with possession here. Ivy on the wing. And slam dunk by Ivy.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Fires from way outside.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's not just about stopping the offense in the scouting report. It's about knowing where to be when those shots are going to be.
one-sided matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
All right, now let's check out the starters for the Miami Heat. They've got Tyler Hero. He's out there with Andrew Wiggins. And it's Adebayo in at the power forward position. Thompson against Hero. Here's Highsmith. Takes the three. Duren with the rebound. Thompson with it. Now Wiggins defending. And here's Ivy from the arc. Offensive board. Pass to Duren. Cunningham, left side. Clock at 6. And he drives in. Got a hand on it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
And it's going to be out of bounds. Detroit will have another go.
Well, that's just a careless pass. He's lucky that was just deflected and not picked off.
The Pistons have gone 1 for 3 so far. To the middle. Here's Duren. Oh, it's blocked! It deflects off the backboard. And so the ball out of bounds. Duren touched it last. Miami has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Wiggins against Cunningham. The three is up. Drills it from deep.
Yeah, from the perimeter, Wiggins can be very, very efficient. You just can't allow him to find those looks.
Ivy outside. Yes, it's good. Miami has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Pass to Adebayo. Wiggins with a screen on Stewart. Adebayo. And Cunningham pulls it down. The Pistons have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Stewart, no good.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
Cunningham against Wiggins. Good D by Duren. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, JB Bickerstaff and I were able to chat. We chatted about strategy against Andrew Wiggins, and Coach put it simply. He said, quote, "We just got to stay on him at the arc on the inside. We can't let him give our defenders the slip." So the defense is going to try to stay as glued to the nimble Wiggins as possible for this one.
Allie, thank you. The Pistons have had quite a few high lottery picks of late, Stan. However, they haven't had much success yet.
Well, Brian, you know, sometimes it takes a lot of time. Some teams will come together quicker. Some players and some teams need more time to develop. Detroit's just got to keep adding to what they have and continuing to develop the players that are already in their system.
And a great fan base in Detroit, starving for victories. .149 left in the first. The Pistons lead by 3. Deflects the pass. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball.
Unforced turnovers. They'll drive your coach insane.
And so Hero will bring it up for the Miami Heat. Wiggins outside. Adebayo sets a screen. 5 to shoot. Shakes him. And the layup is good.
That's the spot where Adebayo can do the most damage.
Cunningham drives in. Thompson outside. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That one belongs to Wiggins.
No debate there. He got hammered.
And the first one at the line is good. And, Coach, how about the Thompson twins making their impact felt in the 2023 draft?
Yeah, Brian, we've seen twins in the NBA before, albeit not very often. But these two made history that draft day, becoming the first pair of twins to be selected in the top 5 of the same draft.
Wiggins has always had a knack for that. Get inside, force the D to commit, and draw the foul.
These are his first free throws of the game. And the second free throw is good. And the Heat unveiling the statue of Dwayne Wade, Stan, the face of the franchise forever.
Yeah, Brian, you think of what he meant to this organization, propelling it to its very first championship and then attracting other stars to Miami. He is truly the foundation.
Pass to Adebayo. There's a screen by Wiggins. Adebayo, no good. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And here's Ivy from the arc. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. Ivy's got 9.
Hot off the pass, Ivy has a shot up. No time to waste when you've got a pro-level defense coming at you.
Here's Adebayo. And finished off by Adebayo.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Adebayo passes to Hero. To the paint. 4 seconds left. Thompson with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. Here's Hero, and can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the line.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Miami shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. First free throw is good. And so Hero nails both of them.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
They swipe it. And so it's Jaden Ivey making things happen for the Detroit Pistons. Hunting for opportunities. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks. And that's what great offenses are all about.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
On the court for Miami here in the second. Tyler Hero is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and it's Highsmith in at the small forward position. And, Coach, it seems there's a move to cut out some of the cheap fouls in the game. This notion of, if you wouldn't call it on the playground, why do you call it in a game? You'd like to see where it's going?
Yeah, look, there's sometimes where I think we'd get a better game if the players do what they did in pickup games, Brian, and just called their own fouls. A lot of these cheap fouls would cease to exist. I think there's just got to be a better recognition from referees on what really impacts a play and what doesn't.
And at 6'10", Jalen Duren is an incredible athlete for his size.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bounce, which helps him as a rim protector, rebounder, and lob threat. Plus, he's got quick feet, and he's able to guard smaller guys on the perimeter. Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Hero outside. Three-pointer connects from downtown. Hero's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, absolutely no hesitation from Hero. He shoots at will from range.
Here's Cunningham. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Hero for 3. Rebound Detroit. Duren's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Got a piece of it. Now Wiggins launches a 3. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Thompson. The rebound by Ware.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Stolen by Thompson. Ivy with the ball. Hero picks him up. There's Cunningham with a 3. Goes up again. Here's Duren. Boy, they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still coming up empty. And stolen by Cunningham. And the dunk by Duren.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And solid pass from Cunningham. He has a good understanding for when the defense has overcommitted.
Well, Coach, it's been discussed a lot, but the Detroit Pistons set a record in 2023 that no one wants to match.
Well, that's for sure, B.A. No franchise wants to suffer through a 28-game losing streak. They thought that team had potential, but they just never found their footing early on, and then things just snowballed on them.
And with the talent and the competitiveness that Ivy has, we're going to see a lot of nights like this in his NBA career. It's just a matter of how many.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And Stan, after starting his NBA career playing at center, the 6'8" Isaiah Stewart, more often now a power forward.
Yeah, look, Brian, he's improved as a shooter. He still looks more like an old-school big at the 4 spot, but he can step out and stretch the floor.
Thompson against Hero. 6 on the shot clock. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry.
Yeah, nice handoff by Hero, moving it when the play doesn't get him a shot.
Now here's Cunningham. Defense is right there. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Well, the Pistons have struggled despite the improvement of their young cornerstone, Cade Cunningham. He said, quote, "This league rewards winning. People are going to say everything I'm doing is empty and meaningless until I win games. That's what I plan on doing, and once I do that, all the other stuff will come with it." Guys?
That's a great perspective to keep right there, Allie. Thank you. 43 seconds left in the first half of this game. Pass to Ware. And then he throws it down as he goes right over Jalen Duren.
Yeah, a versatile player. Hero is terrific at sensing when his guys are open.
Stewart finds Ivy. Seconds left to play in the second quarter, and the shot goes.
Now that was a clever adjustment. I mean, that was a tough shot.
Well, you've got to be creative when you're up against a bigger defender.
Pass to Ware. Here's Wiggins to the left wing. Here's Highsmith. He got it up. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And we finished off one half of play. Detroit on top, up 11. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You got to like what Jaden Ivey has done in this game.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Paul Reed is out there with Tobias Harris. Then it's Malik Beasley. Then it's Tim Hardaway. And it's Schroeder in at point. That's the group for Detroit right now. Harris passes to Reed. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That was good. And the Pistons lead by 13.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Robinson for three. No luck on that one. Detroit has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. Hardaway, no good. Heat trail by 13. Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
Jovic passes to Robinson. 6 to shoot. Love a screen on Hardaway. Robinson for 3. On target from range. Robinson's got his first 3 points of the game.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Basket's good.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
And he's going for the oop here. Detroit leading by 10. Schroeder passes to Harris. Hardaway up top. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Stan, you've coached so many rookies over the years. What are some key things you like to see from a player coming into the league?
Well, look, you've got to have a guy, Brian, that's ready to compete at that level and has to bring that every night. From there, it's just all about learning. There's going to be mistakes, but you want guys who can learn and improve at a consistent rate.
Is it true that defense is the fastest way into the coach's heart?
Well, it's certainly a way to gain confidence, that's for sure.
Beasley, that's good.
Imagine how much bigger this lead might be if he were a little more selfish.
Pass to Jovic. Outside Jaquez. Outside Burks. Launches it. Knocks down the long J.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside. Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
For 3, Robinson. They grab their own miss. Pass to Jovic. Outside Love. Outside Burks. Shoots over Schroeder. It's tipped. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
And so it's Schroeder with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. Kicks it out to Hardaway. Misses the 3. Heat trail by 14. Here's Robinson. Schroeder with a rebound.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Jovic passes to Love. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
Here's Hardaway. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
Outside Burks. Jaquez against Beasley. Now here's Jaquez. Not a lot of room. That one drops for him. 36 seconds left in the third. And it's Hardaway on the take. Out to the right wing. And here's Schroeder outside. Love grabs the miss. Heat trail by 12. Here's Jovic with the drive. And a strong finish with two hands.
He challenges the defender and throws it down with two hands.
Man, just straight power on that one. Clear the deck.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Here's Robinson. Banked it in off the glass. Robinson's got 5. Outside Hardaway. Fires the 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. And so it's the Detroit Pistons in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're getting quality. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. The Pistons lead by 13, setting the floor for the Heat. We've got Jaime Jaquez. Alec Burks is out there with Duncan Robinson. Then there's Kevin Love, and it's Jovic in at power forward. Up top, Robinson. Ivy defends. Floats one up. Pass to Jovic. Outside Robinson. 4 on the clock. 3-pointer. That shot off the mark.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance. But look, he's got to find something easy.
Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Here's Jovic. Buries it from 3.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
Cade on the move. And that's an intentional foul. So Miami ends up going with a new group.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the floor.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Cunningham seeing the floor oh so well in his young career.
Here's Ware. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move. He's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Duran. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Well, I love how they're attacking the rim. That will usually force defenses to collapse and open up a lot of outside shots.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of running. Attacking when they get the chance, always a great idea.
Heat trail by 11. Here's the break. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And it's Highsmith missing. Detroit leading by 11. Oh, there's the alley. And finished off by Stewart.
Oh, what a perfect pass to set that up.
Hey, the feed might have been pretty, but the finish, that was angry. Pass to Highsmith. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires, top of the key. Rebound Detroit.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Here's Cunningham. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's on Tyler Hero. Staying the top pick in the 2021 draft, Cade Cunningham. He's made major strides the last couple of years, but what have you seen from him?
Well, he's a big guard who can both score and create shots for his teammates. I think this guy is a winner.
Here's Wiggins, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Cade Cunningham picks that one up.
Good work by Wiggins going right into the coverage. Now, he knows how to get himself to the line and get the shot off.
Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line. And Stan, you got into coaching right after college. When did you know you wanted to be a coach?
Brian, that's easy. As soon as I figured out that I didn't have much of a future as a player, I knew I wanted to stay involved in the game. I wanted to coach.
And it's in there. Cuts off the pass. Here's Highsmith. Ivy defends. Adebayo against Duran. Here's Ware. Hits the trifecta. Ware's got 10 points here in the second half.
For a center, Adebayo is an excellent passer. He's always so aware of his surroundings. He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. And there's the call on Jalen Duran. That's foul number 2 for him. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Adebayo passes to Highsmith.
Such a super athlete. Ivy is tough to score on.
And it's Highsmith missing. Pass to Thompson. On the wing, Ivy. Back to Thompson. Blocked! Adebayo from long range. Rebounded by the Pistons. And they're so close to putting this game away.
Yeah, B.A., you don't have to do anything crazy. Just run the clock and don't turn it over. Nothing left to do but to watch the clock tick towards 0. Nice victory here for the Pistons.
Man, they were in a groove from long range tonight.
Yeah, they were able to find space, and they were ready to let it fly the moment they saw an opening.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Cade Cunningham.
Well, we saw some exceptional passes from him tonight. His vision did a lot to elevate their offense.
5 on the clock. Pass to Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Wiggins, no good. Three-pointer, Stewart. Yep, it's good. And so it's Detroit easily grabbing this one, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They
2K. Sports. So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Adebayo. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Hero. And it's Ware in its center. And for the Bucks, the post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson. And it's Prince in at the 3. Well, Greg, this matchup features two teams that want to slow things down and run their offense in the half court.
Yeah, both sides are methodical. They want to get into their sets and create quality looks and also have floor balance. I'd be surprised if we see a ton of fast break opportunities tonight.
Hero, the shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Oh, and the touch on the interior. Hero can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
Giannis sets a screen for Lillard. Lopez outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. 5 to shoot. From deep, Prince. It's hauled in by the Heat. On the wing, Wiggins. Lopez covering. And that one's good. Wiggins.
Boy, Wiggins does it in so many different ways. That scoring versatility of his, special. This time he got it done in the painted area.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Lopez, a screen on Adebayo. And a miss there on the triple.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Hero kicks to Adebayo. Lopez with the block.
Big Brook Lopez gobbling up space and getting the block on that play.
Lillard, right side. There's the 3. And Ware pulls it down.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Over in the corner, Lillard fires the 3. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Lillard's got 6.
Lillard keeps the defense honest by spacing them out from the corner.
And Special K, as good as Damian Lillard can be throughout a game, he definitely takes it up a notch in crunch time.
Couldn't agree with you more, Kevin. He's one of those guys that certainly seems to rise to the occasion and relish in the clutch moments. And his range is in the gym-like. I mean, 30 feet away, 35 feet away, he shoots it the same as if it's a mid-range jumper.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple. That I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
Certainly, DA is a two-way threat.
It's not all about him out there. Giannis, a real example of a team-first guy.
Wiggins against Prince. And that one's good. Wiggins.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 6.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Here's Hero. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And there's that vertical of Hero,
gets off the floor with ease and just hammers that one down.
Lillard outside. The 19-foot shot, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Lillard's got 8 points.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Knocked away and stolen by Prince. Lillard misses. Miami trailing. One-on-one fast break. Here's Ware. Makes it off the glass. 30 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Giannis passes to Lopez. Giannis outside. Lillard outside. 6 on the shot clock. A 3-ball. Offensive rebound. Another shot. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Milwaukee Bucks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll return shortly. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Jackson is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. Here is Lillard. Pass to Lopez. Giannis with it. Lopez sets a screen for Antetokounmpo. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Wiggins in the post. Working on Prince.
Yeah, man, was it nice. You know where Wiggins' explosiveness comes from, though, right? His parents, a world-class sprinter and an NBA player. Now that is platinum-level DNA.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down home.
Boy, Lopez hunkered down and anchored in on that pick.
The Heat have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Clark, we know the Bucks are a veteran team that has now leveraged their assets to try to win now.
And the question is, Kevin, do they have enough? There's a point at which veteran becomes a nicer way or a euphemism for old, especially in today's NBA. That can be a problem for you. Lopez is really dangerous as a shooter if you give him space to catch and then shoot.
Wiggins drives in. Here's Ware, defended by Prince. Ware, good. Ware's got his second basket of the game.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Here's Ware. No good with the wing jumper. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Giannis a screen on Wiggins. Here's Prince. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The league is attempting, Clark, to minimize flopping. Do you like the technical foul assessment for just that act?
Yeah, I do. I really do, because that way you can get it out of the game. These guys are as big, as strong as any athletes in the world. They shouldn't be falling down as much as they do trying to draw a foul. Well, I like the fact that Prince does a good job picking his spots. He's not a guy that forces things. Kind of lets the game come to him naturally.
Now here's Wiggins. He has 6, and there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That is his first foul of the game. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Puts the move on. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Yep, and an opportunity for one more at the line. Wiggins with the toughness to finish through contact.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Heat?
Well, I've liked their assertiveness inside. They've been getting that way and playing that way the whole time, setting the tone right away that the inside area is their territory.
And also give them a lot of credit for that attack mode mentality off the dribble, getting a lot of points off the penetration. And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. And 1:01 left in the second quarter. Giannis trading in. Second shot opportunity. It's hauled in by the Heat. Ware's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Wiggins against Prince. Back to Wiggins. And Wiggins throws it down.
Wow, fired that bounce pass in there beautifully.
Lillard outside. Lopez sets a screen for Lillard. Prince outside. Lillard surveying the D. 4 on the clock. 3-pointer. Here's Antetokounmpo. Outside for Jackson. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Jackson setting the pick here for Lillard. Gets it off. What a play. He simply trains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, and yet he kept his cool and splashed it.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And get ready for the half-court shot. Drums, please. They're thinking about the shot.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
So it's Miami now. Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. They've got Robinson. He's out there with Alec Burks. Jaime Jaquez is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Jovic in at the power forward. Robinson banked in off the glass. Robinson's got the lead up to 2 now for the Heat.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Portis a screen on Burks. Burks against Porter. Trent outside. Portis the screen. Just 5 on the clock. Out to Kuzma. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Heat shooting has been just uncontainable. 72%. Poked loose. Robinson with it. Picked up by Portis. Here's Jovic. And a dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Here's Trent. Yes, that goes in. Trent's got his first points in this one.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like it. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but for me, I don't mind a little extra.
Love the pass to Jovic. Back to Love. Here's Jovic, and looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
They now take the lead. And it's a 3-point Bucks lead.
The more Porter Jr. hits this, the more driving lanes will appear for him.
Love with the screen on Porter. Works for three. Miami no good on that time either. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Kuzma inside. Is defending. Portis can't get it to go. The Heat trail by 3. Here's Jovic. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Portis, the pass to Kuzma. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Back to Portis. Hackers with the steal. Robinson against Trent. Pass to Love. Back to Robinson. Lets it go from deep. That falls. Great assist by Love. Robinson's got it all tied up now for the Heat.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Porter kicks to Portis. Kuzma outside. 1:29 left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Sims, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. And the Bucks lead by 2. Kuzma against Hawkins. Kuzma pulls it in. The Bucks have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. And here's Trent outside. Bangs home the trifecta. Trent's got the lead up to 5 now for the Bucks.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from 3-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Robinson passes to Jovic. And the Heat, another 3.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And there's the call on Kevin Porter. That's his first foul. So here's Burks. Nothing on the board. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. That one goes. Count it.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
Porter looking it over. 17 seconds left in the third quarter. Kuzma with the screen for Porter. Puts up a deep 3. Shot clock at 5. Goes back up. And Portis finishes inside.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Bucks lead by 2. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, and as a 2 guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Prince in at the small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Drops in the layup for two.
Staying alert and aware. Wiggins sees his man flash to an open spot. Passes right on the money.
And Lillard kicks to Lopez. Outside, Antetokounmpo.
Reversed at home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display.
Yes, sir. Power and grace. That had it all.
Deep Adebayo. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Bucks leading by 4. Lillard outside. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
I like when Lillard gets a little tricky with it. Outstanding at measuring the floater and dropping it in.
Adebayo the screen. Wiggins against Prince. Wiggins passes to Adebayo. No good. Prince with the defensive effort. Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
And Antetokounmpo slings it in.
And Antetokounmpo is just fearless. I mean, hit him, knock him around, really doesn't faze him, doesn't matter. I mean, this guy is determined to get the job done, and he does.
Clark, the last piece of the puzzle for Giannis Antetokounmpo, winning that 2021 NBA title.
And you know, Kevin, think about this. When Giannis got that ring, he also had 2 MVPs, a Defensive Player of the Year award. Man, that's accomplishing a lot at just 26.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bucks.
They made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
Yeah, you know, the defense just hasn't been able to keep up with them in this one. The transition game, as a result of good defense, has been very strong.
They set the pick, and a wide open look for Hero. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Lillard left side. Antetokounmpo up top. Jackson up top. He's routed by Adebayo. Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
And the basket has become almost like the ocean here. They have not missed anything here down the stretch.
And they've kept the defense on its heels, getting whatever they want offensively. That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Wiggins against Prince. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And they get it back. Antetokounmpo against Adebayo. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Prince, that's for 2. Rebound by the Heat. Here's Adebayo. Has to Ware. Now Adebayo. Another shot. Here's Ware. Fires from the corner. Good. Nothing but net.
And what can't Adebayo do? I mean, gets the tough rebounds, scores the tough baskets, and then makes the right pass.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Lillard outside. Giannis sets a screen for Lillard. 4 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. And it's Adebayo with the ball for the Heat. Trailing here by 8. Hero passes to Ware. A 3 ball. And so the Bucks take the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight. Thanks so much, David. And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Olin. Get ready, everyone, for Tuesday afternoon NBA. Action up. On 2K, and a look at the starters for the Pistons. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Jalen Duren is out there with Isaiah Stewart, and it's Thompson in at the 3. And for the Bucks, the post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Jackson is out there with Damian Lillard, and it's Prince in at the 3 spot. Coming into this game, Stan, it's clear who the media thinks will win. We've been reading about it and hearing about it for the last couple days.
Yeah, but Kevin, you know, none of us in the media know what we're talking about. It's just a lot of speculation. And look, it's a cliche, but it's also true. The games aren't won on paper, they're won out on the court, and anyone in the NBA can beat anyone else on a given night.
Which makes me look forward to this one.
Absolutely.
And I love how Cunningham dictates the pace. You can't speed this guy up. He forces you to play at his speed.
Now, here's Lillard, and stolen by Thompson. Here he goes. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my gosh.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
Here's Lillard. They need this. And stolen by Ivy. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And he comes up with the deuce. Thompson's got 6. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pistons.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And so far, just a great job forcing turnovers and creating opportunities in the open floor. The defense at the heart of that.
Clock is at 3. Antetokounmpo kicks to Lillard for 3. Offensive rebound. It's Prince on the wing. It's another look. Kicks it out to Giannis. Lillard against Stewart. And then Lillard slams it in.
Yeah, Lillard has those ups. He can get to the rim when he wants to.
He stands since 2009. The Pistons have just 2 playoff appearances.
Yeah, that's true, Kevin. And they got swept in both of those playoff appearances. They haven't won a playoff game since 2008. And with all the lottery picks they've made recently, their fans are itching to see some progress.
And we have seen Lopez really improve his shot blocking, adept at using that length to alter shots.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Jackson passes to Lillard. Jackson setting the pick here for Lillard. And he's good on the 3 ball. He has 5.
A downright lethal 3-point threat. Lillard is someone defenders must stay attached to if they want to have any impact. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 5.
Dunks aren't
always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, Jalen Duren, a physical specimen, is improving the finer points of his game, including his vision. He said, I feel like I've always been a good passer. I've developed more of that as my young career has gone on, understanding the league better and how to win. Kevin?
Yeah, D.A., you know, it takes time, but nice to see his development. Buries it from three-point range.
And if Ivy can hit that shot with consistency, it really makes him a tough cover.
And when you take a look at Jalen Duren, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
Pistons leading by 7. Cunningham left side. Here's Stewart. Pass to Ivy. There's 39 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Clock at 6. Stewart down low. Lopez covering, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Bucks have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Giannis passes to Prince. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Ivy. Prince's shot is good. Detroit's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Out to Thompson. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And that does it for the first quarter. Pistons ahead. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Isaiah Stewart out there with Asar Thompson. And it's Duren in at the 5 spot. As the son of 2 professional athletes, Stan, Jaden Ivey was raised around sports. He knows the culture.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. His grandfather and father both played professional football. His mom played in the WNBA. She's now a college coach, but she also spent some time as an assistant with the Grizzlies. This guy has had sports from the time he was born.
Now Duren, after the miss 3 from Damian Lillard.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
Bucks trail by 5. Antetokounmpo. That's a 2-pointer, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
And defensively, you hope you've accounted for everything. Then Giannis whips out the floater. Insane.
That one drops for him.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Lillard looking around. Drives to the hoop. It's good for his 4th bucket of the night. He's shooting 4 of 8.
That first step of Lillard, deadly.
Pistons leading by 3. Cunningham outside. And it goes down 2 points. Cunningham's got 7 points.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Thompson against Lillard. Good D by Thompson.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. Got that one up quick. Antetokounmpo's got his second bucket of the game to go. Stan, isn't it terrific? We're seeing these great stars in the NBA extending their careers more than ever before.
We certainly are, Kevin, and it's great for the league. The league keeps getting younger, though. These guys come into the league earlier, but I think what players have learned, it's not even just the basketball part. It's the strength and conditioning. It's the nutrition. They've taken care of themselves better, and that allows them to last longer.
Milwaukee with the ball. Following the bucket by the Pistons. It's stolen by Duren. To the inside. And the dunk by Stewart.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Here's Giannis after the basket by Detroit. Detroit with the rebound. Pass to Ivy. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And it's an 11-point Piston lead.
Wow, Ivy just takes off. That high-effort transition play, that's what will make him an asset moving forward.
For Detroit, they've gotten all of their first 6 shots to go in here in the second. What a quarter so far. Pass to Duren. Ivy dishes to Cunningham. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
And this is the beauty of Cunningham. He can score from anywhere on the floor. That length, obviously, a huge advantage.
Yep, it goes, and the Piston lead is cut back down to single digits on a much-needed basket there from Damian Lillard. Cunningham against Jackson. Stewart kicks to Cunningham. Off target from three-point range.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
Now, here's Cunningham. 9 points in the game so far. Stewart passes to Cunningham. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Over in the corner, Lillard, stolen by Thompson. Up in time. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so is Detroit. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're shooting the ball. So thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Direct your attention to center court and get ready for the half-court shot.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
Kevin Porter is out there with Gary Trent. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Sims in at the center. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And that one is good by Beasley.
Off and running right out the bat here to start the second half.
Porter. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul. It'll go to the line.
Love the show of tenacity on the drive. Porter Jr. just forcing the defender's hand.
And that one misses. He's off on the second. Pistons leading by 12. Hardaway kicks to Harris. Back to Hardaway. And stolen by Portis. One-on-one here. Pass to Sims. Trent outside. There's the three. Buries the long-range jumper. Trent's got himself on the board with 3 there.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. There has been, Coach, a lot of talk about how players today are better than ever before. Do you agree with that?
Well, absolutely. Isn't that the way evolution works?
Right.
Kevin, they're bigger, stronger, faster, but everyone builds on the players who came before them, and the guys today would not be where they are without the guys before who laid the foundation for it.
Here's Harris. Outside Hardaway. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Bucks trail by 11. On the wing, Porter. He's guarded by Schroeder. Beasley against Kuzma. The shot's good.
How about that display of athletic ability? Kuzma can contort his body when converting on those difficult shots.
And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer. But, Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And, Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader, but he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. The game is certainly going international. Commissioner Adam Silver says, with basketball's exponential growth, it's now truly a global game. We're fortunate that the very best in the world want to play in a single league. And Kevin, the NBA continues to draw talent from all corners of the globe.
And David, you've been all over the globe, and the talent level undeniable. That one good for 2. Schroeder's got his first points of the game. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Bucks. 9-point game. To the paint. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
And it's Schroeder missing. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Sims, the pass to Portis. Beasley with the steal. And here we go. The Pistons fast break.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Schroeder outside. And here's Harris from the arc. Unable to get that one. Bucks trail by 9. The kick out to Porter. The Bucks working the ball around. Portis sets the pick for Trent. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it.
Pistons ball.
Pistons leading by 9. Pass to Reed. Now here is Hardaway. Reed, a screen on Trent. Hardaway against Trent. For 3, Harris. It's hauled in by Trent. The Bucks have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option there.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. And that one's good by Porter.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
Harris setting the pick for Schroeder. Puts up a 3. That's good from Harris on the assist by Schroeder. Harris has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
40 seconds left here in the third quarter. Outside, Porter. Over in the corner, Portis. Back to Porter. For the three. Hits it from three-point range. Porter's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
And really a combo forward with a solid outside touch. Harris is the ideal fit for the modern NBA.
The Bucks have not yet made a free throw in the game, 0 of 2 so far. Both teams deciding to change it up. And Porter drops them both. Here's Cunningham. He's got 11. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
The Pistons have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. And the Bucks with possession here. With 2 seconds left. Hits the front of the rim and out. And so is Detroit in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They played the... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And Detroit looking at who they've got. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Asar Thompson is out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Duren in at the center, filling out the middle. On the wing, Giannis. Guarded by Stewart.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Here's Cunningham. Here's the drive. And the rejection by Giannis. Here's Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard, that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Cunningham looking it over. Here's the teardrop. And foul on the and here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot.
The ruling on the floor stands.
In replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. We're double-checking, and the game continues on.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. Now, Coach challenged him. He said, this goes beyond this game. Show me how much heart you have for the season. Fight until the final buzzer. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Lillard from outside. Good on the three-point shot.
Some nights, Lillard can just keep going and going.
Cunningham against Jackson. Cunningham gets the bucket. And the Pistons lead by 10.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Here's Giannis. Rebound, Detroit. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth.
Oh, that
is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
My
The confidence to attempt the alley-oop to himself.
Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Poked away, and so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. Stolen by Prince. On the wing, Jackson. That's where Giannis wants the ball.
And you love watching Giannis operate inside. So assertive and forceful.
Here's Cunningham driving in. That shot is off. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. And here's Prince outside. Duran pulls it in.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Ivy with the bucket. Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the two biggest would be this. I think number one, anytime there was a lack of effort, not running back on defense, things like that, that I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over. Oh, that was some power on that dunk.
So fast of foot on the run. I see it. Tough to catch.
Detroit leading by 13. Duran down low. Lopez is there. Cunningham outside. Stolen by Jackson.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Pistons.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Cade Cunningham.
Well, he came out with great energy and effort, doing everything he could possibly do to help his team.
Prince's shot is good. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
And a wide open look for Cunningham. Pass to Stewart. They get the rebound. The three. And Cade Cunningham good for three. And the Pistons lead by 12.
Yeah, they sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty...
Greetings and welcome to... Well, Grant, when you take a... Look at this matchup. Both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, BA. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
A look at the starting group for the Pistons. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Isaiah Stewart out there with Asar Thompson. And it's Duren in at the 5. Now here's Wiggins. Pass to Highsmith. Puts up a 3. Can't hit that one.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. That's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Here's Cunningham. Takes it inside.
Well, charging past the defense, and with that size, Cade able to get up and jam it down.
Here's Ware. Oh, hey! How about that?
That's impressive.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
You have to prevent. That is what I'm talking about.
Wow.
And that was special. It's easy to be excited about Duren's future in this league.
Well, Brent, the 23-24 Pistons tied an NBA record by losing 23 straight. One bright spot, however, was Jalen Duren.
Well, the bright spot, BA, would be that you wouldn't mention that again. So let's just forget about that and put it behind us. But Jalen Duren did have some moments. He averaged a double-double that season at just 20 years of age. So sky is still the limit for this young, big, physical player.
And we have seen Andrew Wiggins step up as the second-best player on a title team. But it's all about his consistency, Brent.
Well, Andrew Wiggins' role, I believe, changed last year. A little in and out of the lineup for Andrew, and the changes around him have not been ideal. I hope that he embraces whatever it is that the coaching staff wants him to lock in this year, because as a two-way player, Andrew Wiggins is still very capable.
Clock is at 3. Here's Highsmith. Adebayo in the post. He's against Stewart. Hero outside. From downtown. Again, the Heat misses. The Pistons have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Thompson passes to Ivy. Fires the 3. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson.
That was a prayer. All luck getting that one to go.
Hero on the wing. Cunningham against Wiggins. Takes a 3. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Well, right now, helping the offense out by creating space. Andrew Wiggins deadly enough from that spot.
And the call will be against Cade Cunningham. That'll be a second foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And here are the Heat now, trailing by 2. And the Pistons pushing it up now. Pulls up for 3. Counted from distance. Cunningham's got 7 points.
I like this attitude on this possession from Cade. Just really confident getting into that J.
Hero against Thompson. Pass to Ware. Shot clock at 6. Uses the glass on the layup.
I love this approach. getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Cade Cunningham has really been improving from distance. He said early in his career he was playing a lot of minutes, and stepping back to the NBA three-point line, he just didn't have enough legs in his shot. After his shin surgery, he redefined his form and strengthened his legs. Brian, he said it helped a lot.
That could be a silver lining of all that time off, Allie. There's a minute 34 left in the opening quarter. Hero against Thompson. Here's Highsmith. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Just 5 to shoot. Wiggins with a screen on Thompson. Hero for 3. Duren with a rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Last season was tough for the Pistons, Brett, setting an NBA record by losing 28 games in a row.
BA, I'm a glass half full guy. I'm going to go on the bright side. Look at their core. It's led by Cade Cunningham. This guy is ultra talented. He's still in his early 20s. They have a lot of young talent on the roster. They're going to be better, and they play way better in the second half of the year. So how's that for some positivity?
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for Detroit?
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
Back to Hero. To Ware. And then he throws it down as he goes right over Jalen Duren.
Hero knowing about the whens and the wheres for an assist.
Oh,
he got his
wow.
timing down.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Man, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Wiggins outside. Jacks up a 3. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Cunningham. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Both free throws good from Cunningham.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for the Pistons. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And looking at what we've seen from Detroit, what do you guys think?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
Andrew Wiggins is out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and it's Ware in at center, filling out the middle. So that's who Miami starts the second with. Cunningham, a screen on Hero. Kicks it out to Cunningham. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's on Tyler Hero.
You see the raw talent that Cade Cunningham has, and hard work and the proper focus. This guy is capable of big, big things.
Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Here's Cunningham. Nice touch by Cunningham inside.
Yeah, Cade, hard to stop. He's got his motor revved high tonight.
Here's Hero. Still without a bucket. Wiggins outside. And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. Hero finds Wiggins. Clock at 6. Beyond the arc. Thompson pulls it in. Detroit leading by 8. Here's Cunningham. And Cunningham running the floor.
And there's something special about Cade Cunningham and his explosiveness when he's in transition like that. That's a quality shot.
And Grant, the Heat last season retiring Udonis Haslam's number 40.
Yeah, he played his entire two-decade career in his hometown of Miami. And for all of his contributions on the court, he meant to this organization off the floor was just as important. He throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. Ivy. He's off on that one. Heat trail by 8. Here's Ware. 6 points for him. It's Hero on the take. Has to Ware. Adebayo with it. Fires from deep. And Cunningham pulls it down. And now the Pistons in transition. And Stewart with a basket on the assist by Cunningham. Stewart's got his first 2 points.
Just flat-out playmaking from Cade. This is why he was picked first overall.
Adebayo against Stewart. Adebayo, no good.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Kicks it out to Cunningham. Down low. Here's Duren. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now it's a 12-point Pistons lead.
They're going to work inside. I like how confident Jalen is from this area.
Pass to Wiggins. We've got 1:48 left in the second period. Misses from close range. Detroit leading by 12. And here's Ivy from the arc. Sends it home from three-point land. Ivy's got 5.
And something Ivy continues to improve. He's becoming a real threat from downtown.
Wiggins looking around. Pass to Ware. Back to Wiggins. They need this. Driving inside. It's deflected.
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duren, there's a chance it ends up back in your face. Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
Adebayo sets a screen. Wiggins passes to Adebayo. You know, he's 6'9". Brent, would you call Bam Adebayo a small ball center?
If you were standing in front of him, B.A., would you do that? I don't know if I want to do that. I want to ask Bam what he wants to be called. Whether it's center or forward, it doesn't really much matter. This guy can play both ends of the floor and can dominate a game. He's got great strength, great length, and continues to grow his game.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Wiggins passes to Adebayo. Here's the 3. Knocks down the triple. Adebayo's got 5 points in the quarter.
Man, bigs like Adebayo got to drain shots to keep the defense honest. Nice to see him working on that part of his game.
And the dunk by Duren.
He is ferocious on alley-oops. With his good hands and wingspan, Duren makes for an easy target on the lob.
Wiggins drops. Okay, Wiggins putting on a show here.
And how about the acrobatics from Andrew Wiggins? Way up that time.
Cunningham looking it over. There's the drive. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there. Team is pumped up.
And so it's Detroit with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Nice game. Great performance by Cade Cunningham.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Setting the floor for the Pistons. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Tim Hardaway. Then it's Paul Reed. Then there's Tobias Harris. And it's Beasley in at the 3. Hardaway's shot is good.
A heady play there from Schroeder, zipping the pass to the teammate who had the cleanest look on the possession.
And Brent, the Heat always looking to compete year in, year out.
Well, for good reason. This team takes a lot of pride in giving themselves a chance every year. And the way the front office conducts their business is they believe they can put together the type of roster that is going to go out there and take care of things to put them in position to be successful.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Detroit leading by 12. Here's Hardaway. Love grabs the miss. And for the Heat, they're shooting a solid 53% from the floor. Here's Jaquez. Outside for Love. Oh, here's Love with the jam.
Kevin Love showing you he's got a little vert getting up to the rim.
Here's Schroeder. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. And the Pistons lead by 12.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Jovic passes to Jaquez. Now Love. Rebound by Detroit. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Here's Schroeder. 2 points. That one goes.
The floater is such a deceptive and unguardable shot. You can understand why Schroeder elects to go with the dare. Sweet looking on the dip.
Robinson for 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You've got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Hardaway against Robinson. The layup off target. Heat trail by 11. From deep. And Reed pulls it down. The Pistons have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Harris misses. The Heat have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Robinson passes to Jovic. And there's the screen. Robinson against Schroeder. Outside Burks. From the arc. The rebound by Beasley. The Pistons lead by 11. By himself. And Harris throws it down.
Good combination of size and speed of Tobias Harris. When he gets going, hard to stop.
Miami's gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Brent, almost your ideal shooting guard. Malik Beasley doesn't try to do too much.
The biggest thing, BA, is the turnover percentage that he's led the league in. Malik Beasley just simply doesn't give up the ball. He makes good, steady decisions, shoots the ball at a high clip. So that kind of reliability, that's what he's paid for.
Outside Robinson. Again, the Heat misses. And so it's Harris with it. He brings it up for Detroit. The lead is 15. No good with the triple. Well, the Heat's shooting at a 44% clip in the third. Outside Jaquez. Here's Jovic, pounded by Harris. Jovic passes to Love. Burks goes in, played it in with a nice touch off the window. Burks has got 8 points here in the quarter. Detroit leading by 13. The ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Jaquez. Outside Love. And here we go, the Heat fast break. Oh, stolen by Harris. Beasley for 3. Rebound Miami. Pass to Jovic. Back to Love. And Reed pulls it down. Detroit has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Here's Beasley. Love grabs the miss. Love's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And here's Burks. Outside Jaquez. Outside Robinson. Drains the triple. Robinson's got 6 points.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They're pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Detroit shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. And that one misses. And so it's the Detroit Pistons now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. How about the way they... And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. They've got Tyler Hero. He's out there with Andrew Wiggins. And it's Highsmith in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Stolen by Hero. Pass to Adebayo. Wiggins from long range. Detroit with a rebound. Duran's got 8 rebounds in the game. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Very pretty alley-oop. And the Pistons lead by 14.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play. Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
And here's Schroeder outside. Pure from 3-point range.
And not where he earns his money, that 3-point shot. But he's a good shooter from that range if he's got space.
They set the pick. Pass to Ware. Schroeder against Wiggins. Shot clock at 6. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Count the basket.
Bam connecting from the outside. That makes him scary when he's knocking down Jays.
Detroit leading by 13. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Fires in the triple.
Terrific effort from him really all night. Yet despite his supreme marksmanship, they're still operating at a deficit.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Wiggins passes to Highsmith, and there's the call on Dennis Schroeder. That's foul number 2 for him. Cunningham's checked in for Schroeder.
Pistons substitution. Number 2.
On defense, the Pistons. 17 points was their biggest margin. Thompson outside. And the slam dunk by Thompson. And the Pistons lead by 16. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Here's Wiggins. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And when he is on the move and starts to show his athleticism, that's when the special moments come from Andrew Wiggins.
There's Cunningham with a 3. Adebayo grabs the board.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Here's Wiggins.
Get up to throw down. Oh, he can be such a powerful dunker. Wiggins that time with some force at the rim.
That shot missing.
That could have been an easy pass and finish. Not really sure what went wrong.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
And he lobs it up, and the slam dunk by Thompson.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Wiggins with a screen on Thompson. Hero outside. Drives to the hoop. Pass to Highsmith. 6 to shoot. Back to Hero. There's the three. The Pistons clear it. They can take their time if they want.
Yes, you have to regroup, make sure you get a good shot. And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Pistons.
Tonight, they got everybody in on the scoring. Had nice passing, which led to good looks.
Just solid play by these guys.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Cade Cunningham.
And I love his composure. He didn't try to do too much or force things, but he was ready to take advantage of every opening the defense gave him.
Both shots good from the stripe. And the Pistons with possession here. It's a 14-point game. Out to Thompson. And he drives in. No good with a layup. And the Heat with possession. Pass to Hero. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by Ivy.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Pistons.
Yeah, a communication breakdown. Two guys thinking in opposite directions. The pass winds up in the stands.
There's 37 seconds left in the fourth. Cunningham. Out to Thompson. Back to Cunningham. Tries to keep it alive. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Cunningham.
Part of passing the rock, it's calculating risk and reward. I don't think that was a great decision.
And here's Miami. They trail by 14. Hero for three. Sinks it from distance. And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Puts up a deep three. Stewart outside. From deep three-point land. So we see the Pistons taking the W here. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
half-court grade.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Prince in its small forward. Here's Ware. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Pass to Ware. And he goes in for the dunk.
And what can't Adebayo do? I mean, gets the tough rebounds, scores the tough baskets, and then makes the right pass.
Now, here's Lillard. From 18 feet away, drained for 2 points.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Wiggins in the post. Covered by Lillard. Wiggins kicks to Adebayo. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Fast break, Milwaukee. Jackson from long range. Good, and a nice assist from Prince.
Well, that's good work by Prince there, spotting the open man and then putting the ball on target on time right in the shooting pocket.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. To the middle. Shot clock at 5. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Wiggins. Lillard, and again, it's Milwaukee converting.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Now, Hero to stop the run. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Brook Lopez worth every penny as he secured a nice threes last season.
Yeah, you know, he's a combination of a three-point shooting big who's also an elite rim protector. That's a heck of a combination and a valuable one in today's game.
And here are the Heat now, following the bucket by the Bucks. They set the screen. Hero passes to Ware. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
The wide open look here for Lopez. Off target with his 3.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Ware passes to Highsmith. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. This is his first free throw of the game.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
And we saw it last year, guys, because those numbers were so low. Teams weren't afraid to put him on the line where points were hard to come by for him.
Now here's Lillard. And the 3 ball is good. Lillard's got 7.
A downright lethal 3-point threat. Lillard is someone defenders must stay attached to if they want to have any impact.
Wiggins against Prince. Wiggins tries in, and Wiggins throws it down.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
Now here's Jackson. It's Adebayo with the rebound. 1:11 left in the first quarter. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Well, Eric Spoelstra gave me a few minutes to catch up. I asked him what his team needed to do in order to contain Giannis Antetokounmpo. Coach told me we have to make sure to communicate and help out on defense. specifically clogging up and taking away lanes to the rim. That's how he can really hurt you. Of course, it'll be an all-hands-on-deck tonight approach, trying to stop the Greek Freak. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's Jackson, following the score by Miami. A three-pointer off the mark. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense.
Ware passes to Adebayo. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Antetokounmpo inside. He's against Wiggins, and the jam by Antetokounmpo.
How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home right there.
He's lucky to get away with that, though, guys. I mean, it could have earned him a technical for hanging on too long.
Tie game and some big points being put up on the board, Clark, as we wrap up the first. Live from Miami, you're watching 2K Sports. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Jackson is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. Here's Lillard. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Lillard's got 9.
Talk about a guy who can beat you consistently from all 3 levels. That's Damian Lillard.
Here's Hero. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Lopez a screen. And then Lillard skims it in.
Punctuating the end of that play with an exclamation point. Lillard, a natural-born finisher.
Hero against Jackson. Outside, Hero. Has to Ware. Here's Adebayo. Lillard with the rebound.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
From deep, Prince. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. With the rise of positionless basketball, Clark, this has to be the most difficult era to be a center.
I would not disagree with that, quite honestly. I mean, they're asked to do a lot. I mean, if they're not elite rim runners as centers and shot blockers, they've got to be able to shoot and shoot from the perimeter, not just in the low post. And they still have to be able to finish around the basket. I think the biggest thing is they have to cover more ground defensively because how the game is played offensively with a lot of movement and pick and roll.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Yeah, Giannis throwing it down.
The sheer power of Antetokounmpo goes up and throws it down hard. That is impressive.
Here's Wiggins, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
Now that's some hang time. What a pretty double clutch move.
Agree, Greg. You can afford to get fancy on your way up when you've got that kind of space.
And space is what he had, fellas. Soft defense there.
Lillard attacking. Outside for Jackson. Three-pointer. Here's Giannis. Prince outside. 6 to shoot. The second chance effort. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Prince has got his first 2 points.
Well, I really like how Taurean Prince plays within himself. He'll take whatever the defense gives him.
Wiggins kicks to Adebayo. Wiggins against Prince. And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That's his first foul. Hero against Jackson. Hero with it. He has 6. 3 on the clock. Ware passes to Wiggins.
Quick and smart, Prince finds all kinds of ways to disrupt shooters.
Lillard finds Lopez.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Both free throws good from Lopez.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Jackson against Hero. There's the triple. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 5 rebounds tonight. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
This one for 3. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
On the wing, Wiggins, guarded by Prince. Wiggins, right side. Adebayo with a screen for Wiggins. Over Prince. And again, it's the Heat missing. Here's Jackson driving inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
No good on the second free throw. Yep, that one goes. Wiggins has got 4 points this quarter. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Bucks lead by 5. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
We've got Jaime Jaquez. Alec Burks is out there with Duncan Robinson. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Jovic in at the power forward. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Sims dishes to Porter. The Bucks working the ball around. Sims kicks to Trent. Shoots the 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. Trent's got the lead up to 8 now for Milwaukee.
Off and running right out the bat here to start the second half.
That's exactly what they want. Get him into the offensive flow right away and then keep it going.
Burks looking around. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
The Heat shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here. Milwaukee leading by 6. Kuzma passes to Porter. Inside, and it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Shot clock at 6. Elbow shot. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we all know about what Heat culture means. Bam Adebayo says we share the ball, play together, and we know where the shots are going to come from. We're just blessed to have a team like this. Everybody buys in, everybody competes, and everybody wants to get the job done. Kevin, back to you.
They've got great chemistry. Thanks, David.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Robinson for 3. Drills it from outside. Robinson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Porter against Burks. The tray. And that one's good by Porter.
Always a ready and eager three-point shooter. That last three only gave Porter Jr. more motivation.
Pass to Burks. Robinson against Trent. Launches a 3. He can't get that one to fall. Bucks leading by 10. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Burks finds Robinson. And Gary Trent gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And there's the drive. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
For a front court player, Love is an excellent passer.
Now Porter. 1:56 left to play in the third. Kuzma up again. Sims inside. He's guarded by Love. Trent against Robinson. Clock at 4. Tries yet again. And another basket for Milwaukee.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Robinson sets a screen for Love. Sinks that one from the post.
Boy, Love is really good at getting inside the paint, establishing position, has an excellent feel for how to score around the basket.
On the wing, Porter. Burks covering. Burks against Porter. Outside Portis. Stolen by Robinson. Love looking around. Pass to Jovic. Robinson passes to Jovic. 5 on the clock. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Go ahead and just hammer it home, why don't you?
He might not be the athlete that some of the other big men are in this league, but my goodness, he still knows how to finish.
Well, he doesn't count on elevation or hang time, that's for sure, but he can still get it in the basket.
And a wide open look for Portis. A three-pointer, no good. Outside for Robinson. A rebound by the Bucks.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
That will count. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very... And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Bucks leading by 6. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Jackson is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Prince in at the 3 slot. Back to Giannis. Giannis says, "Get off me!"
Boy, the overwhelming strength of Giannis just excels at fighting his way through the defense. Very impressive.
Wiggins against Prince. Wiggins drives in. Prince with the defensive effort.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Antetokounmpo finds Lopez. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. Lopez has got the lead up to 10 now for Milwaukee. Drives to the hoop. Here's Wiggins. Prince with the defensive effort.
Well, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Jackson. Shoots over Burks. Jackson misses.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Here's Wiggins. Pass to Highsmith. There's a screen. Lets it go with a three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Lillard outside. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Lillard. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
A shot by Burks. Nobody around. No good on the quick three. Milwaukee leading by 7. Lillard dishes to Antetokounmpo. Lillard outside. Lopez sets a screen for Lillard. Lock at 6. The three. Milwaukee. No good that time either.
And, well, when you let the shot clock run down that far, that's the kind of shot you're going to end up with.
Burks can't get it to go.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Giannis passes to Lopez. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And it's Miami with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Down low. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
1:43 left here in the 4th quarter. Kicks it out to Prince. Giannis sets a screen for Prince. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
And here's Wiggins. Going inside, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
That could be an important bucket as this game tightens up. I mean, Wiggins looking sure of himself out there.
Lillard outside. Can they get it? And that one is off. The Heat trail by 3. Adebayo with the ball. Outguarded by Giannis. 52 seconds left in the game. Wiggins surveying the floor. That shot missing. A big-time possession here.
Yeah, and their hearts must be going 100 miles an hour right now.
Lillard outside. Lopez, a screen on Wiggins. Lillard, right side. Good!
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Here's Wiggins.
Slane and Lane all comers. Wiggins with the confidence to put the team on his back when it matters most.
11 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
And the Heat call time here. They're down by 5. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
A three-pointer. Wiggins. Rebounded by the Bucks. Here's Giannis. And so the Bucks take the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight. All right, David, thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg